Welcome, Web of Wires. December 22nd, 2020 was my 1-year anniversary of game collecting. I started YouTube a short time after I started, but lots of things have changed. I own more games, played more games, learned more about games, and just overall had a better understanding of being a game collector. And I want to guide everybody through my journey this year.
There's absolutely no way I'll be able to go over every purchase I made like my first video, so I'm just gonna list some highlights of this year. I talked about this game last time, but apparently Just Dance 2020 went up in price since I made that video. A lot. I got it for 20 bucks as a joke for my new Wii collection, and now it's worth around $53. Thank you, collectors. I got Gravity Rush 2 for Christmas, which was unexpected. I keep hearing great things about the series, so I finally have an excuse to play it. Super Mario Odyssey and Smash Ultimate were also some fun highlights of this year, and I wasn't expecting to have as much fun at the PlayStation Classic as I did so far. Look at this thing. It's adorable. I've been working on getting all the LEGO games for the Wii as well, since I grew up with almost all of them. So far I'm missing 5, but the other 7 are with me. I'm excited to complete that little collection. I'm also excited to finish the Borderlands collection. All I'm missing is a Telltale game, and I have them all. I'm also focusing on getting the Burger King games as a stupid joke. I found one at a thrift store, and I can't find the others. Darksiders has been a series I fell in love with. I wasn't expecting to, it was a Five Below game, but it's actually a lot of fun. I have 1 and 2 for 360, but I need to finish them. The first boss in 2 got me excited because it felt like an easy Dark Souls alternative, so I just bought Dark Souls Remastered to fill that gap. 3D All-Stars was the second game I pre-ordered, and it's been fun. I enjoyed my first Halo game a couple weeks ago with the remaster for 360. I got Stick of Truth, which I wasn't expecting to have as much fun with as I did. Holy crap, Spider-Man is so much fun. I can't wait to finish The Last of Us so I can play part 2. And I was finally able to secure a physical copy of Plants vs. Zombies for 360. That game started my childhood. Also, Galaxy 2. I'm super excited to play that when I finish the first game.
Lots has happened in the past few months. I've been able to play a lot more games, but at the same time, not as much. Making these videos while in school has taken a lot of my time away. I mean, I definitely have a couple hours to myself every day, but nowhere near as much as I used to put in. Every night before I go to bed, I just look at the shelf full of games and think of how much fun is sitting there. I also look at it and have the sudden urge to fill gaps in my collection, like the Borderlands game I need.
Speaking of which, let's talk about some games I still want. There are an embarrassing amount of games in my collection I haven't even tried yet, but that doesn't mean I don't want more. Battle for Bikini Bottom looks like a blast to the past, sparking color and imagination that wasn't possible on its original hardware. Puyo Puyo Tetris and Puzzles and Dragons are both fun puzzle games I still want as well. Sonic Mania looks like a reimagining of the game on the Genesis. I love playing those games on my phone when I'm bored, so a small step up will be fun. A Retro on 3 would also be kinda neat as well, but to be honest, this Christmas I'm so overwhelmed in games that I'm happy where I am. It feels more like I'm buying games just to have them. My sister brought up something during a conversation, and I wrote it down for a video. It feels more appropriate to talk about it now, though. Why do I buy so many games and play barely any of them? I thought I was going to play all the games on my shelf when I first started. I quickly stopped when I bought a ton of Wii games at once. I'm trying to build up a collection of stuff. It could be shovelware for when I'm in that mood, or it could be a Zelda game. I don't know. But getting a better understanding of how games are art by playing games that aren't good, like Survival Instinct or Winter Sports, makes me appreciate the games a lot more. I look at the games I play often, like Overwatch, and then compare it to Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon on the Wii. I've learned so much from playing games. I recently aced a math test because of them somehow. They're ways of telling stories or learning lessons by having fun. Battlefield 1 puts you right in the shoes of people fighting in World War I. You're able to experience the stress and anxiety throughout the ends of their lives and see how much this war affected tons of families. Celeste teaches you how to deal with anxiety through its music, level design, and story. It teaches a player what to do in the first chapter and then throws you into a magical area where Battle End slowly takes over not only her anxiety, but the levels and soundtrack, making the player more tense. Every action, every sentence, every idea, they all add up to some sort of progression and experience into every game. It's not a movie. It's an experience that you take place in and you create using the boundaries and ideas that developers put in, and this sort of freedom is why I fell in love with collecting single-player games.
Video games are meant to be fun. I learned this through being exposed through so many games throughout my entire life. I'm so glad that after a year, I'm able to experience whatever emotion I want to feel by putting a disc or a cartridge into one of our consoles. And that simple ability to experience some sort of story whenever I want has opened my eyes to more things to learn, not only about other people, but myself.